One of the most storied and beautiful venues in college football, Michie Stadium. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Army Black Knights. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with Coach Monken before the game. He is so excited to lead his team out onto this field where he was a player himself. He has waited his turn. It is a full circle moment for him. And he said, I cannot wait to be the head coach and be the leader that I had when I was a player. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Black Knights will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Owls offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And here's a guy who's going to have to make some plays at wide receiver in this one. A highly anticipated debut here. He's a tremendous pass catcher with every skill you'd want.
Let's go. Here we go. Ready. Right, go.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Keep it on the ground. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And that should be enough to give Florida Atlantic the first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. The offense changing the play. To the air. It's Lockett. Here's a heat. Got the first himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got him. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
So Army's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And now we see Dawson Pendergrass. We believe he's going to get the ball a lot, and they'll just keep feeding him as he gets stronger as the game goes on. Give to the big fullback. Find some fresh air. Got enough for the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. To the air on first down. Unleashes one. Makes the grab. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights!
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to and get into the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Got a man. It's Martin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw, it's Lockett. Looking for a big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Into the house. Down, Florida Atlantic. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pocket breaking down, and they got it.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Pulls it on the option. There's some room. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. It'll be third and long. Keeps it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Black Knights will punt this one away. Wants to bring it back. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Looking downfield, it's Lockett. Grabbed in the middle, it's Martin. Turning it on. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. The pass rush comes through for you to create a negative play.
Now staring at a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Under fire. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together.
Maybe some room here.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll run the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? And the Black Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. Handoff from the gun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Lockett. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That big play flipped the... Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Might as well stick with him. Could be an alley. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Making side adjustments here. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
Snaps it in the shotgun. Touchdown, Owls!
Break. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
On the option. Now the pitch. Oh, he's got some space. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
The Black Knights want to pick up the tempo.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're through.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. And the Black Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Lockett. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Makes a grab, and he will score. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Give to the fullback. Finding some room. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Gets the back moving. On the option. Keeps it on first down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. The Black Knights in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Dumps it off in the flats. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On the option. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Black Knights will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll run behind the big guys on the right.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Dropping back, it's Lockett. Got his man downfield.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's going to run it.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game.
He'll take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Running into the open space. There he goes. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Here's a little room there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The option look. Keeps it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. The give out of the gun. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the 1st down, and let's see if they go for it here. The Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Off the RPO, complete. He's pushed out of bounds at the 13 and gives this offense a little room to work. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Let's see what he can do with it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. Now on the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Down, ready. 129, 129. Go!
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Pulls it and runs it again. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Lockett. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Army! Special team. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabs it in the middle. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Tackled there by the defense.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a dub.
Got a little grass. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. The Owls trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pulled down for the tackle.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it